Welcome to the Shift Leader Certification Program for the Southwest region of Whole Foods Market. Please ensure that you have your toolkit with you. We're going to review the program and then kick off your training with Session 1. This comprehensive program is designed to give shift leaders who are not in store leadership the tools they need to create consistent shopping and working experiences for our customers and our team members. This program is broken into 7 parts and includes time working in individual departments and a final certification walk with an executive coordinator of operations. Here you'll see all the important reasons of why we are executing this program, with the most important being the consistency of store operations while the STL or ASTLs are out of the store. The 3 cornerstone training videos you will be watching have been created to stand in place of Part 1. Be sure you have your toolkit workbook with you and open to the appropriate section while watching the training videos. You may also address any questions or concerns about the material with your STL, ASTLs, or the appropriate regional or metro team members mentioned in the particular section you are completing. After you have completed parts 2 and 3, you will also take a final assessment in Cornerstone to complete the training. During the October 2017 Southwest Leadership Network meeting, the STLs, coordinators, and regional leadership committed to these 3 key items to improve the region's performance: team member experience, customer service, and operational growth. The Shift Leader Certification Program touches on all 3 of these key areas of improvement. Consistent operational expectations and execution creates an environment where we can move the needle on all 3 areas. Let's begin our discussion with the heart of what we do, retailing. This program is intended to give a high-level overview to shift leaders who are not in store leadership. When you are a shift leader in the store, please remember you are empowered to ask team members and department leadership to fix things. The best way to become more aware of what is expected and intended in each department's merchandising is to ask questions of the team members and leaders working in those departments. In practice, this process looks like the shift leader making several store quality walks per shift, looking at the store from a customer's perspective and addressing items that seem out of place or could be opportunities for improvement. This is not a matter of how many walks are made, but as much as a matter of slowing down on the walks and paying attention to simple details. By focusing on items like quality, price, and if the merchandising makes sense from a customer perspective, you will help create a better shopping experience. This also helps our store teams and team members, since there will be a consistent set of expectations from shift to shift, regardless of who the shift leader is. Our customer's experience begins in the parking lot and store entrance. When shift leader, be sure to check for our overall cleanliness and order. Are the cart corrals full of carts? That's a sure sign we need to get store support team members to bring some carts in so they're available for our customers to shop. When viewing the entrance of the store, be sure to notice if the glass and windows are clean. Ensure that the sanitizer wipes in the entrance are full and that carts in the entrance are clean and full. Make sure that designated hand basket areas are also fully stocked throughout the store. Check the floor mats at the entrance for cleanliness and that they're not creating a tripping hazard. Also check the overall appearance of the merchandising outside and in the foyer, asking yourself these questions. Does the merchandising make sense? Are there signs, especially sale signs? Are they up to date and in good condition? Do the stanchion signs make sense? Do we have the correct sales flyer out? Are the plants dry and wilting? Do they need to be watered? Ask the grocery and produce teams about anything that seems out of place with the outdoor merchandising. The produce department is a destination shopping experience for our customers. The overall look and quality presented in the produce department sets the tone for the customer's entire shopping trip. Therefore, the shift leader will need to be extra conscious of the department conditions there. You should plan to walk produce about every 4 hours, or more frequently depending on the season. Plan for 7, 11, 3, and 7. The remaining product will be merchandised in table clusters. For example, tomato, avocado, and bulk fresh herbs. Each cluster should have its own sale item on it. Be sure that signs for all sale items are visible not only from the front of the department, but from the back of the department as well. Make sure all like items are grouped together. For example, all pears should be merchandised together. We also want to check the department for cleanliness. This includes tables, floors, stickers, scales, roll bag holders, signage, and sign holders. We want to make sure there's a price sign on everything. Also check for hand culling and that it is being completed. If you have any questions about department cleanliness, signage, or hand culling, simply ask a team member or a member of produce team leadership. When viewing the wet rack, our crisping program should be visible. Do the items look trimmed, rinsed, and crisp? Pick up a few items like lettuce and celery. Are the butts trimmed? Are the veggies crisp and not floppy or wilting? More signs that crisping is not happening are visible dirt and sand on the product or the shelves, brown celery butts, overall droopy appearance of the veggies. Also check the rotation and date of the cellophane wrapped carrot section, as it's used to create a barrier between the organic and conventional wet rack sets. When checking that hand culling is also being completed, you can do some hand culling yourself by grabbing a hand basket and doing some on-the-spot checks for culls. When checking any set for proper rotation, the item on the bottom should look fresher. Also, be sure to check the cross-merchandising items like nut butters and cheese for date marking. Check the value-added produce wall for dates, fronting, and variety. Spot check a few items for proper date marking. Address any questions about the section with the produce leadership team. When closing the department, no product should be pulled to the back or covered before 10 p.m. The floral area should be clearly signed for sale and local items. Sale signs and floral need to be printed on one-ups and placed in easily visible locations within the floral sets. Separating the 2 for $10 flowers from the rest of the floral set and signing separately is a good best practice. Begin by standing in the front of produce and take in the whole department. Here are the key items that should be clear. We should be calling out the value in our A spots. These should be sale items or items of limited availability. Seasonality and value should be a combination effect, and calling out Amazon Prime member deals. Berries generate the most sales throughout the year of any other type of product in produce. Be sure to check the berry merchandiser for overall quality, fullness, and rotation. Other items to keep an eye on are the banana set, filling holes in the wet rack, keeping up with the garbage cans, and floor cleanliness. It is also important for team members to be a consistent floor presence in produce to help customers. When addressing any opportunities for improvement in the produce department, be sure to address your questions with the team member and team leadership there. Also, copy store leadership on these opportunities via your recap of your shift. The fresh meat display cases will be segregated by species: beef, lamb, and pork in 1 or 2 cases, and all poultry in a separate case. As a shift leader, you will be asked to sign off on daily grind logs. Be sure to inspect the grinds before signing off on them. Here you'll see some basic guidelines you may follow when inspecting the ground meats. Address any questions or concerns with the meat team members or meat leadership on duty. The meat department will begin to consolidate their cases after 8 p.m. No product should be pulled from the case until after 10 p.m. Please address any questions about the department conditions to the team members or team leadership on duty. Be sure to recap your department opportunities to store leadership in your end of shift email. To start, begin with the beef, lamb, and pork sets and then move on to the poultry case. Scan the cases from left to right looking for the following key items: clean signs that are in good condition, steaks freshly cut and shingled with the fat side facing away from the customer, clean paper under the steaks and chops, overall high quality appearance with nothing looking old or dry, a use of dividers between species and or conventional and organic, clean scales, Clean case glass, pans, walls, and tops of cases. Check. Are all poultry skins stretched to cover the meat on the thighs and breasts? If not, these products will dry out and appear discolored. All sausage should be the same length with no air bubbles inside the casing. And C, are they merchandised to create smiley faces? All team members should be in clean meat coats and wearing their cut gloves when cutting. No visible frozen products should be in the fresh meat cases. Also, be sure to check cross-merchandise items and items in the refrigerated and frozen bunkers for signs and proper rotation. Check like item signage for accuracy. For example, all marinated pork tenderloins are $11.99 per pound. If one sign is different from the rest, that could be an old or incorrect sign. Is the multi-deck case for packaged items full, fronted, and properly rotated? Be sure to pick up several items. Especially along the bottom of the case, checking for proper date marking. Make sure the labels are on the back of the packaged items and not facing the customer. Check the shelves for cleanliness as well. Also, check the front of the multi-deck case for cleanliness. If it's not clean, grab a wet towel and give it a quick wipe down. Check the smokehouse bar and suits for cleanliness, fullness, and quality. Check to ensure there are napkins and containers available for all customers. The seafood team will often place oven-ready or meal solution items in mobile merchandising bunkers outside of their department. This is a great place to start your seafood walk. Check the mobile bunkers for the following: overall quality, appearance, and fullness of the products, product freshness, and date marking. Make sure the scale labels are single and not tagged twice. This sends a signal of lack of freshness to the customer. Check cross-merchandise items for dates, fullness, and whether or not they make sense from the customer perspective. Address any questions about date, quality, or labeling to the seafood team members or leadership. Here you'll see a short list of basic retail standards to inspect in the seafood department. Additionally, ask yourself, does the department have a fishy smell? Does the department have an overall appearance of high quality? Are we calling out sale, seasonal, exclusive, and promo items? Is the multi-deck case packed to full items full, fronted, and properly rotated? Pick up several items and check for proper date marking. In the evening, seafood will begin to condense their products to trays and colanders after 8 p.m. in anticipation of closing. No product would be pulled from the case prior to 10 p.m. When checking the display case, start with an overall appearance of the department. Here are some big items to look for. Is the glass clean? Are scales clean? Are prices consistent amongst like items? For example, are all salmon cakes the same price? If one price differs from the other, then it could be an old or incorrect sign. Is anything in the case visibly frozen? Is the oven-ready set appetizing, evenly spaced, and merchandised in sufficient numbers of each item? Are we garnishing the oven-ready set with items not in the recipe? For example, did we garnish the shrimp scampi cakes with cilantro? Cilantro is not in the recipe of that cake. When checking product levels, do they make sense? Do we have 24 8-ounce Atlantic salmon fillet portions out on a Tuesday morning? 24 would be too many for a slow day. Address any questions about the seafood department conditions to the team member or team leadership on duty. Be sure to recap any opportunities to the store leadership team in your end of shift email. Now we'll take a look at the key items that you should be checking for in the specialty department as a shift leader. The cheese case should always have a center cut SKU, which is also the sale item, displayed in the center of the case. Ensure there are plenty of cut pieces of this item and that the sales sign for it is prominently displayed. All signs in the case should be clean and well maintained. Check the number of cut items for each SKU. Ensure tie-in items merchandised on the shelf behind the case have a price tag. The wine shelves should be fully fronted with all bottles dusted. The multi-deck case should be full, fronted, and rotated for date markings every day. Pick up several random items from the case and check them for date marking. Check any bulk chocolate displays for freshness, product selection, and dates, and check any random shelf-stable salami displays for date marking. The olive bar should be full of fresh, colorful products. The brine should be clear and not cloudy. There should be slotted spoons in all briny products. The olive bar should have plenty of containers and lids, including to-go trays. There should be a sign for each product, and those signs should be clean and well maintained. Check any product cross-merchandise on top or around the bar for proper date marking. No product should be pulled from the cheese tables before 10 p.m. The wide end caps are generally devoted to sale or exclusive items and should be clearly signed, with 6-pack holders and case quantities available. The Parmesan Reggiano display should be full with a good variety of products, including rough cuts, rinds, shreds, and grates. Value and sale items should be easily visible throughout the department. There should be continuous team member presence on the floor to answer any customer questions about products and make recommendations. Please address any questions about department conditions with team members or team leadership on duty. Be sure you recap any opportunities to store leadership in your end-of-shift email. Now we'll take a look at the following key items that you should be checking for in the bakery department as a shift leader. Tables should be merchandised by group. For example, pies, muffin, danishes, and pastries. Round the clocks should be completed. Check with the team members on duty to ensure this is happening. The cake and pastry display cases should be neatly merchandised. Have clean glass and adequate product levels depending on the time of day. Also keep the team aware of mochi and macaroon product and packaging levels, asking them to refill as needed. Take note of general cleanliness throughout the department and make the team aware of any opportunities for improvement. Also keep an eye on product levels, asking the team to refill as needed, unless the department is beginning to sell down towards the end of the day. At this point, the team may begin to condense product and start cleaning. Keep the team aware of product levels at cross-merchandising areas throughout the store, asking the team to refill as needed. For example, baguettes, garlic bread, or cornbread. As the hearth wall sells down through the evening, the bakery team will begin to condense the product and clean the shelving exposed by this condensing. Both displays will begin to sell down towards the end of the night and will not be refilled. Ask yourself, is the value image clear throughout the department? There will be one sale item in each area of the department: cake, cookie, pastry, hearth wall, and tables. Ensure that each area has a prominent sale sign for the sale item. Sale signs should be visible from all directions in the department. Cake sale items will also have the sliced version on sale. Be sure to check the cake slices pre-pack area for the sale item and its correct sign. Address any questions about bakery department with the team members or team leadership on duty, and of course, recap any opportunities to store leadership with your end-of-shift email. The salad and food bars are destination shopping spots for our customers. When shift leader, inspect for the following key items in this department. Fresh pack should be full and fronted with clear merchandising intent. For example, on-the-go lunch items, single entrees and veggies, as well as family meal solutions. Pick up several random items and check for proper date marking. Roti chickens is a never-out item and should be full at peak times. Quarter and half chickens should be available for lunch. On the food bars, look for variety, color breaks, cleanliness, and quality. Ensure there are plenty of food boxes and other packaging items available. Salad bar items should be small enough to be eaten in a single bite. Every item should have a sign that is clean and well maintained. Hot bar items should appear fresh, moist, and appetizing. If the item is dried out, it might just need to be stirred. Soup bars should be clean with no empty soup wells, and check the salad dressing area for cleanliness and product levels. Check the tops of bars for cleanliness and levels and date marking of cross-merchandise products. As the department sells down through the evening, the team will begin to condense the hot bar. The venues will also begin to condense and combine ingredients to prepare for the close. Towards the end of the evening is a great time for the prepared foods team to clean the tops of the bars and ensure they are orderly. The pizza bar should have a variety of options available, including cheese, pepperoni, and other vegetarian combinations. The chef's case and charcuterie should be full and beautifully merchandised. And check for proper venue staffing and address any questions about this to the prepared foods leadership team members. By now you know to address any department condition questions to team members or team leadership on duty. And of course, recap opportunities to the store leadership team in your end of shift email. Grocery is the heart of the store and is made up of several important sub-departments, including dairy, bulk, whole body, and frozen. Let's break them down one by one and talk about the standards for successful daily execution. Whole body can be an intimidating department not only for the shift leader but also for customers. There are so many different products available with various ingredients and possible effects that a strong team member visibility and presence in the department is a must. Check the department regularly for team member presence and/or the presence of customers who need help selecting an item. Additionally, check for the following key items: clean shelves that are full fronted and left justified to the shelf tag. Clean testers in the cosmetic and body care areas that are not completely empty. End caps that are full fronted and visually appealing. Green dots on an item's shelf tag indicate never out status. Check a few of these for in-stock status every time you are the shift leader. Moving into grocery department proper, let's call out some key items to inspect for each time you're the shift leader. If tagnetics are present, check to see if the red light is on. If so, there should be an accompanying sales bib tag hanging from the shelf. If the bib tag is missing or placed on the incorrect item, then notify the grocery team leadership. In the morning, keep a watchful eye on how many cases of product the grocery team members spot for stocking in each aisle. The spotted product should not interfere with the customer's ability to reach or select a product. End caps and side stacks should be well maintained, full, and attractive to the customer. Full and well-maintained samples should be available from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. The chilled drink box will need to be restocked at least twice per day, once before lunch and once before dinner. Make frequent checks on the sliced bread and tortilla sets. These sets are quickly blown out and need to be regularly restocked throughout the day. Dairy is a destination department for our customers. Big commodity items like milk and eggs will sell very quickly and require maintenance throughout the day. Dairy should be regularly fronted to ensure customers can easily see and access the items. Dairy items may be cross-merchandised into other areas of the store. For example, whipped cream merchandised next to the strawberries and produce. Be sure to keep a close eye on these products and ask them to be refilled as needed. Frozen can be quickly depleted, especially in commodity items like ice cream, veggies, and fruits. This department should be fronted regularly throughout the day. Check the case glass for cleanliness. Check stock levels on any items cross-merchandised in the department. For example, ketchup merchandise on the door with the potato products. Commodity items may need to be replenished throughout the day, so please address any of these needs with the grocery team members or leadership on duty. Bulk is another destination shop for our customers. Bulk should be regularly walked for cleanliness and orderliness. Here are a few items to check for. Are the bins clean, full, and does the product have the appearance of high quality? Are the scales clean and dust-free? Are the floors swept and free of debris? Are there adequate amounts of supplies like containers, bags, and twist ties? Are the bulk spices in the accompanying area orderly and clean? At the end of the evening, the bulk team should follow these closing procedures. Clean out troughs under products and record the product as spoilage. Clean scoops, clean and refill nut grinders, clean and refill gravity bins, depending upon the team structure. In the evenings, the grocery team members will focus on the following key items: fronting the department completely and working any products onto the shelves from the sky shelves, while fronting and left justifying the sky shelves themselves. Grocery should have at least 2 team members available at all times to answer customer questions and help customers to find items. The other items listed were mentioned earlier in our discussion and will need to be daily items to inspect when you are the shift leader. Please be sure to walk the store perimeter several times during each shift leader shift. While doing this, inspect the following key items: the dining area, that it is clean and organized, including empty garbage cans, a clean microwave, toaster, water dispenser, and tables with plenty of cups, cutlery, and napkins available. Trash cans around the store are being emptied, sanitizer wipes at the entrance are full, carts at the entrance are clean and full, designated handbasket areas are fully stocked, restrooms are clean and fully stocked, fresh at 5, is being executed by all teams. Always check for potential slip, trip, or fall hazards throughout the store and have these addressed immediately. Check in with departments to inquire about any equipment or refrigeration issues. Recap your store leadership partners with any issues or concerns in receiving or the perimeter of the store in your end of shift email. Report equipment and refrigeration issues immediately to your Metro Maintenance Liaison. Samples should be available in the store each day from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. They should be full and well maintained, especially with trash cans underneath them. Keep the teams aware of the conditions of their samples and have them refilled or refreshed as needed. Be sure to check in with the receiver at least once during your shift leader shift. While there, inquire about the following items: receiving procedures, case counts posted, purpose place sign. Additionally, ensure the receiving floors are clean and free of debris and that the dock doors remain closed unless a load is actively being received. Please ensure all team members are well groomed and dressed in the appropriate uniform for the departments in which they are working. Please address any opportunities or issues directly with the team member in the moment and/or with their department leadership. Please recap all uniform or grooming issues to your store leadership group in your end of shift email. Being a shift leader in your store is a big responsibility. By following the above steps and inspecting what we expect, we can ensure a consistent shopping experience from store to store for our customers. We can also ensure consistent expectations for our team members to follow. All of the above concepts and actions will be reviewed and reinforced on your shift leader certification walk with an executive coordinator of operations. In the meantime, please reach out to your store leadership partners with any questions or concerns.